I'm the photo editor of Italian Vogue and L'Uomo Vogue, and I curate a series of video interviews for our website, vogue.it, with the masters of photography. And so my passion and my knowledge of photography goes a long way. And the WordPress photo, for nearly half a century, through its influential contest exhibitions and publication, has with increasing authority set the standards with respect to photography. So we must be aware of our responsibility as judges, a responsibility that becomes even more important in this era that is fascinated with speed, where there's so many images that are being produced but also destroyed or get lost in the web. And it becomes almost impossible for an image to sediment and form the collective memory of a given historical, social, and cultural period. This digital era, though, I think it's quite positive for photography and for photographers, because they have to take this more seriously. There's so many images that if you really want to be a good photographer, you have to ask yourself, why did you choose photography over other mediums? So you have to value the relation with the outside world that just photography has. And must be able to render this and transfer this to the public with a unique, authentic vision that's just going to be yours. John Svarkozin in the 70s made this distinction between mirrors and windows, talking about photography, and this today no longer exists. And it is a given that every human expression is an autobiography. And this actually, it's even more true when we talk about portraiture. Like every portrait is a self-portrait. And what makes it a good portrait? A good portrait, there's so many different elements that have to work together. There is the personality of the photographer, the personality of the subject. There is the, the wanted image, the ideal image that the subject would like the other people to see. And today this has become massive because with internet and social networks, there is an awareness of our image, of our projected image, that becomes almost impossible to talk about just taking a natural picture. And people wear a mask constantly. What gives it a twist and makes it photography, when we can call it art, it's when there is a sort of a transformation between the reality and the vision that the artist has of it. What I would like this WordPress to be in terms of my category, which is portrait, is to have images that are not too obvious, images that would definitely need a caption to be completely understood. I think that um, when there's a little bit of mystery, the image becomes stronger. I think that we should recuperate even the craftships. So technicals should be going in hand with um, concepts and ideas. Um, it, that's another thing. Then another important thing, you should, as a photographer, you should not only be absolutely sure about why you chose photography, but then you got to have a concept, you got to have an idea, and you must find the aesthetic that is the right aesthetic to actually deliver that concept.